Hello everyone, my name is Elói Lopes, and today I'm going to show you how to connect OCI data flow with DBeaver. So it's a simple demo. Basically, I'm going to check first the policies since they are quite important, and after the steps that you can find on documentation. But there are here some tricks with DBeaver in order that you can set up the connection successfully. Okay, so as I said, my name is Elói Lopes, and I'm working for the open source data services, and I'm covered data flow, OCI data flow. So now the first part of the demo is just checking policies. I recommend that after I'm going to put the links on the description of this video, where you can access directly and confirm if you have all the policies in place. Here, just the example of the ones that are required. So first, for the SQL endpoints. So here is to give you permissions to create SQL endpoints. After, to give you permissions to inspect data catalog metastores. Okay, since the data flow is using the metastore. After, you need to create a dynamic group for the compartment where you created the SQL endpoint. Now, you give permissions to that endpoint, the dynamic group, I mean, in order to execute and to give basically permissions to the metastore as well. And in the end, you need to have permissions for objects and to buckets, since the files that you are going to read from using the SQL endpoint and the metastore, the files are on the buckets. Okay, so you need to have permissions for that as well. Now let's go to the next one, that is how to create the SQL endpoint. Now I'm going to switch to the browser, and here you can find the data flow under analytics and AI, and after data flow. Here under SQL endpoints, I have already one created. Okay, so I'm just going to show how to create a new one, and after I'm going to show basically the JDBC URL and so on. Now here you just need to give a name, example SQL endpoint. Here is the configuration for the virtual machine. You can configure according with your requirements. I'm just going to skip it. And now here is quite important, the metastore. Since we right now we just have one metastore per tenancy, I'm using one that is in a different compartment. So I need to select it, and now you see here, this is my the table location, and here the network configuration. So this one that I have here as an example, I selected this option in order to have access from everywhere. But you can easily select the virtual cloud network and create a private SQL endpoint. Here's just an example. And that's it. You just need to select the private subnet, and in the end also you can select network security groups if you desire. Here is just some configurations of the Spark, and the last three you can change it if you want. Now I'm not going to create SQL endpoint since I have here one. Usually takes 5 minutes or a little bit more. I'm just going to cancel it. Now here you can see the public IP that I have, and the rest of the configuration for the shape and so on. Now here under drivers, you'll see here that you have JDBC. So, but before I explain, let me just switch back to the PPT. And the next step is to download the Simba JDBC. So the Simba JDBC is the one that you find here. You just need to click on download JDBC driver, and it's going to open here a new one that I haven't. Let me just cancel it. So once you have the JDBC downloaded, now you just need to put in one place that you want, and you need to unzip the file, okay, because after we are going to use the folder. Okay, so let's just check. The next step is to configure the connection on DBeaver. Okay, so I'm just going to switch back to the browser, and now to DBeaver. Okay, so here I have already configuration for Postgres. So this configuration is based on what you have on documentation. Okay, so I'm just going to show you here how to do it and some tricks that we have. Now for the first step is to configure the driver. Okay, so we go here to driver manager, and we click new. Okay, and let's just give a name. So the default one is data flow, and after here we have libraries. Okay, so and under libraries you can click on add folder. Okay, so let me just go back. This is my folder. So this is where I basically I downloaded the JDBC driver, and after I unzip it to here, and now I'm just click on select that folder. Now since we, at least I faced this issue previously, also I'm going to add a different file, okay, that you can find here. Let me just go back, since I think it was too fast here. So under the folder that you unzip it, so you just double click, and now double click on Lopes, and you select this jar file, because after we are going to need it as well. Okay, now if you try to click on find class, is not going to work. Just click OK, and now since you have it here, select again, just click again, edit, and go here, and now you should be able to find the class. And I found that it's useful just to select again, since the DBeaver for any reason sometimes doesn't pick the driver. Okay, so I just click OK, and now close. Now the next step is to create the connection. Now just well, not here. Okay, so click the connection. So data flow, it's here, so I just select it, and now here you have the JDBC URL. So you can find that JDBC URL here on the browser. Click on show details. Okay, and here under JDBC URL you just need to click copy. Okay, now I just paste, and this one by default is going to use the token. So you have two types of authentication. One is through token, and another one is through the profiles. Okay, so if you have those CICD installed under your laptop, PC, wherever, basically you can define here the profile. Okay, so you can check the documentation for that, or after I can show you. Okay, now something that I found useful to avoid errors during the configuration is to again go here to driver settings, again to libraries, and here click again on find class and select again. Okay, and just click OK and finish. And now this should work. You see, now it's just showing Spark, and now it's going to show me the schemas that I have. I'm just going to click here on the external DB. Just click, and now here under I have my tables. I should have movies tables, that is just a demo table. And now I can even see the data. So view data. This is just going to take a couple of seconds. Okay, so we just need to wait. So we have here the data, as you can see here, just a table with 3 columns and a bunch of movies here. Okay, so that's it. Before we wrap up, let me just show you here. Let me just click close. Here I have I'm going to put this link on documentation, but is what we followed during this demo. Okay, with just some differences with these tweaks, and that jar file that we added, and check and to select twice the driver and so on, to avoid issues. In case that you avoid any issue even following this video, just sometimes close the DBeaver and open again. Sometimes that fixes the error. Okay, so let me just go back to my PPT, okay, and just wrap up. So what we've seen basically is, first, what are the policies that are required. Again, here I have some examples, but make sure that you go through the documentation to see if you have all them. After, how we create the SQL endpoint, quite easy, just a couple of steps. Download the Simba JDBC and configure the connection in the end. Okay, so I hope that you find useful this short demo, this video. In case that you have any doubt, you can reach out to us through these links that are here. Okay, thanks a lot. See you.